4th edition of the Chief of Defense Staff, Armed Forces and Other Security Agencies Marathon Championship 2023 with the theme Enhancing Security Agencies Cooperation Through Sport.
A few days before the 4th edition of the Chief of Defense Staff, Armed Forces and Other Security Agencies Half Marathon 2023, the Defense Headquarters on Tuesday unveiled 250 athletes and 70 veterans, men and women, will be competing to win the grand prize of 2 IVM cars, among other consolidation prizes in Abuja. Athletes competing in the 4th edition of the championship in 2 categories, the regular athletes and the veterans category. The chairman of the planning committee and director of Sport Defense Headquarters disclosed that the 4th edition of the half marathon is tagged Enhancing Security Agencies Cooperation Through Sport.
So the objective of this half marathon is to create an avenue for members of armed forces and security agencies and their personnel to engage in a competitive sporting activities, to improve their skills, discover new talent for the nation, and interact with one another. To sustain the working relationship built over the years among ourselves. Accordingly, this championship will be featuring 2 events, 21.1 kilometer and 5 kilometer for veteran road races. 21.1 kilometer for both male and female marathoners, 5 kilometers for the veteran road racers. So there will be individual and group competitions going on at the same time. We'll be expecting about 250 athletes, male and female, from the Armed Forces of Nigeria and other security agencies, and close to about 70 veterans, male and female, 55 years and above, from the Armed Forces and other security agencies. They are expected to to feature in the veteran category. We place premium on the physical fitness of our marathoner. The medical certificate is sacrosanct for this competition. We have put in place measures, to ensure that everyone participating will be bona fide members of armed forces and other security agencies. Anything worth doing at all is worth doing well. This competition, we are privileged to plan and to execute. Let me just make it clear. We are using the best international practices and standardization.
I want to ask, maybe you have a future plan for the Paralympic military, those who have served in the armed forces or other agencies for their disabilities and all that. Do you have any future plan for the Paralympic military sports? Thank you, sir.
The Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, approved the participation of wounded and injured soldiers for the Invictus game that took place in Düsseldorf, Germany, and our soldiers participated. Now, this month we conducted what we call Endeavor Program for these wounded and injured soldiers. What does the Endeavor Program entail? The Endeavor Program is a recovery program for those that were wounded, injured during operation, for their recovery, to boost their self-confidence and to raise their, self-esteem. Now, some of them we have been able to identify those of them that have the potential or the giftings in sport. Okay, so some of them we were able to see those that can play volleyball, some of them, those that can run, those that can play table tennis, weightlifters. So between now and January, we are going to conduct another endeavor in Kaduna where we're going to have a larger pool of these wounded and injured soldiers. Our aim, is to identify those of them that have enough capacity that may be able to represent Nigeria in Paralympics in 2024. We are working assiduously to ensure that at least, because some of them are raw talents, but we need to refine those talents and then, train them to the level of world beaters. So we are working seriously. In fact, the CDS is very, very, particular about our wounded and injured soldiers to use sporting program, to build back their confidence. So that I can tell you categorically that is ongoing.
It will be recorded that the fourth edition could not be held in 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic and increased engagement of the military in internal security operations. Spy TV News reports that Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) emerged winner at the 2019 Chief of Defense Staff Half Marathon Championship competition. The marathon is to provide a platform for members of the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies to engage in competitive sport, fostering skill improvement and unity. Olayemi Eson for Spy TV.